that if you beg a man for a victory, he gives it to you. It's his victory, not yours.
A revolutionary is not someone who seeks to reform a system, he's someone who seeks to replace it. I'm a revolutionary. I'm not a reformist. I want the American system destroyed. It must be destroyed and has to be replaced. It has to be replaced. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. Again, I'm not calling for revolution. I see it coming, and I want to be part of the solution. I don't want to be part of the problem. I've been the victim too long, so I want to be part of the solution.
On the 29th of December 1890, more than 150 Native Americans from the Lakota tribe were killed by US soldiers.
Families were torn apart. Their color was the badge of slavery. Bought and sold, often treated brutally, theirs was a hard life.
In terms of the number of deaths, we're saying 50 to 100 million.
In 1928, the state of Alabama profited from a form of prison labor known as the convict lease system, perpetuating a form of slavery. Under this system, companies paid the government in exchange for the labor of prisoners. Conditions were notoriously unsafe, with prisoners suffering high death rates. After several years of reform efforts, the convict lease system finally came to a halt in 1928, when Alabama became the last state to abolish the practice.
The industrial era, a time in this country where there was rapacious capitalism and labor exploited to the extent that people were dying on the job.
Gilded is not golden. Gilded has the sense of a patina covering something else. It's the shiny exterior and the rot underneath.
My main point for showing all of this was just to show you history and what has happened in the past and how things have changed over time or have not changed, and we can learn from the past, and I think it's so important that we know our history. Hopefully you can see my face. This video is about how to have hope. You saw the first clip. I'm sorry. But it's like, really, like that's the past, you know? This is that happened years ago, and here we are today. And you've seen the news, and that's why you're here. You're trying to get hope. It's so loud out here. I'm pretty sure you can hear it, so. My main point for showing the past was just to show you that horrible things have happened in the past, just like the stuff that's going on now. We've gone through this before. Anyway, how to have hope in these times. First point that I think is the most important point. You have to have faith in God or whatever you believe, so you can get hope from something. You know what I mean? If you don't have if you aren't rooted in faith, I don't know how you're gonna have any hope at all. Like I don't know how you will do that. Like, let's look at some famous activists, right? Reverend John Lewis, congressman. He's a reverend, you know, he's a pastor. He was rooted in his faith. That's how you can have hope and be in a revolution and go through all of the things. Get a concussion, probably have brain damage or something, you know, at his old age, be arrested again. Like, to be in that arena for so long, you have to be rooted in your faith, you know. He's Christian. Another person that's Christian is Reverend Dr. Cornel West. He's been in the scene for the longest. Reverend
the man that has the news,
Al Sharpton, him too. All of them are ministers, and they've been in this thing for the longest. So yeah, number one, have faith and get your hope from God. Be rooted in your faith. Okay. Some points about like being rooted in your faith. It's just like, you know, God doesn't like what's going on right now. Jesus would be mad. Jesus would be very, 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 very mad. He would be tearing everything up. He should come back and start tearing everything up. Cause woo, Chile, what's going on down here? California looking like, no, the whole west coast of America is looking like Armageddon. But anyway, another point of how to have hope. I think you should have some good friends around you that are motivating and inspiring. Cause like if you don't, for me, it's kind of hard having hope in my generation when you just see some of the stuff that's going on social media when people are being stupid. But if you have a good friend circle, you recognize like, oh, all people aren't crappy, you know? And so when you recognize that, like, oh, we may not all be so bad. We may have a little progress going on. This stuff may not like be horrible, you know? It was very okay. We're back. But yeah, sometimes it's really hard to have hope in these times. Have good friends that inspire you and make you feel as if like, okay, we may be doing something. We may be changing a little thing here and there. You know, we're changing things. Revolution, okay, movements. Retweeting these petitions, creating petitions. We love to see it. So, recap. Root in your faith. Have good friends. A good circle. A support group. Now also you have to look deep down inside of yourself and have a passion. Be passionate about something. Okay, if you are passionate about fighting against the injustices going on in America or whatever country you are in, you know, be passionate about that. You have that why you're doing what you're doing is powerful, and that can give you hope, because you know that deep down inside of you there is a passion that is going to change something, and you yourself have the power to change all things if you have your mindset on it, you know? Like back to the first point with Christianity. I keep seeing hummingbirds. It's so cute. Oh my gosh. Okay. But back to my first point with having your faith. I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. You can fight the system. You can do it. You have the power within you. Period. Do I have to go on? Do I? That's the end of this video. You have the power to change all of this. Now get on to it. I'm gonna link links down below, and you can get on with educating yourself, teaching yourself, learning, teaching others, moving forward, signing petitions, calling people, you know, do it. Do it. Okay, that's the end of this video. Bye.